All right, here we go. Making our corrections to the topic ABC quiz. We have this first problem, which is about a guy named Dmitry, which is a Russian name. So if you're interested in that, that is a Russian name. And he says that 3g plus 2g equals 5g. He says no matter what value you put in for g, it's still going to form a true math statement. So we want to say, is Dmitry's thinking correct? Explain your reasoning. So this is a little clue for us. Anytime you hear explain your reasoning, that can be a good hint to use your Math Writers CFS. So that means I want to make sure that I've got an assertion. I want to make sure I've got a fact or something about my model. But then I want two of those. I want two facts about my model. So we're probably going to assert yes, he's correct, or no, he's not correct. So let's start proving that. So first of all, remember, I can pick any number for g that I want. Personally, I like to pick 2 or 3, but just for fun this time, I'm going to go ahead and pick 5. I'm going to pick a little bit bigger number this time. So let's say g is 5. If that's true, remember that this means 3 times g. And this means 2 times g. So obviously, this would mean 5 times g. So let's see if we can think about this. So instead of g, I'm going to do 5. So that means it's 3 times 5 plus 2 times, what did we say g was? We said g was 5. We said that should equal whatever 5 times g is. And what is g again? G is 5. So let's test this theory and see if it's true. Remember, we're looking, is this a true math statement? Is this actually equal to that? Well, let's think. 3 times 5, we know that is 15. 2 times 5, we know that's equal to 10. And 5 times 5, we know is equal to 25. Let's take one final step. What is 15 plus 10? 15 plus 10 is, in fact, 25. So is this true? Does 25 equal 25? Yes. That is a true statement. True statement. Nice work, Dmitry. That is absolutely a true statement. So let's go ahead and check in here. Let's see what we can think about. So is Dmitry's thinking correct? So let's start with our assertion. Is Dmitry's thinking correct? Yeah, we should probably say yes it is. So we should say yes, Dmitry's thinking is correct. So already, I've got my assertion, so I can check that off. Boom, assertion, done. Yes, Dmitry's thinking is correct. When, I might say why that is, right? And talk about this stuff. When g is, what did I say g was? I said g was 5. When g is 5, it can be seen in my work, you might say equation, it can be seen in my work that it evaluates, math vocab. Math vocab evaluates, that means it comes down to, it equals, right? It evaluates to a blank math statement. What kind of statement did it make? It made a true math statement. Made a true math statement. And I use the exclamation point, but I'm just kind of zesty about my writing. That's okay. All right, so it can be seen in my work that it evaluates to a true math statement. So what do we have here? We have an assertion, right? We have this part right here where not only are we talking about our model, but it also counts as one of our facts. Let's think if we could maybe state another fact. Let's see. Sometimes you don't always have another fact, but we can check. We could always use another example, but it looks like we're kind of set here. We've got a fact, we've got a model, we've proved this to be true, we know that this works out. Now, here's an alternate solution. Take a look at this. This is another way you could solve. So we know this, right? He's saying this stuff right here, and I made a mistake here. This should still be 3g plus 2g equals 5g. Now, remember, 3g, I can write that as g plus g plus G. And so I can write 2G as G plus G. Now look at how many G's that is. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can write that as 5G. So if you said something about, if you made the assertion that he was correct, and you said it's correct because I can expand these because multiplication is repeated addition, you could make a pretty good case for your explanation there too. If that's something you had, come see me because I'd love to see your explanation and see how you explain that. I bet it was interesting. I bet it's pretty good. So please come see me if you use that kind of proof to use it. Okay? Let's go ahead and look at the next problem on this topic quiz. Ah, yes, this one. Looks like a monster, really isn't that bad. Because guess what? They're telling you already what A is equal to. So here's what we're going to do. It says A is going to be equal to 2. Okay. Then I just have to follow my order of operations. So here's A. So I've got 6 times A, which is A is 2, divided by 2, all of that to the second power, plus 7 times A. And what is A? A is 2. We know that right here. Minus 6. So we got all kinds of stuff going on here. So the order of operations might be helpful here. Remember, we're always going to do the most powerful unless we see grouping symbols, right? So the most powerful is exponents, next is multiplication, division, then addition, subtraction. So let's see what we got here. So I see grouping symbols. Everything else is covered up, even that exponent. So now when I look inside the grouping symbols, multiplication and division, those are the same power, right? Same power. So how do I decide? I go left to right. So that means I'm going to do 6 times 2 first, which is 12. Everything else just gets written down. I'm going to show this one step at a time. Remember, the clue, the CFS here is that you should make a big pizza slice, right, by the time you're done. So now let's keep going. So do I see grouping symbols? Yes, I do. Everything else is covered up. I don't care about it. Not yet. So 12 divided by 2, that's going to be 6. But I still have squared plus 7 times 2 minus 6. Almost there. Do I see grouping symbols? Kinda, not really. Do I see exponents? Yes, there's exponent right there. 6 squared, be careful. Think in your head. This is not 12. Instead, it means 6 times 6. So this is 36. Everything else moves down right beside it. Remember, we did that step back there because it was the most powerful. Now I've got addition, multiplication, subtraction. What do I do first? The most powerful. If I have multiplication, addition, subtraction, multiplication is the most powerful. 7 times 2, 14. Now we're on the home stretch. All I got to do is add this, then subtract, and I'm done. So 36 and 14, I think that's 50. Take away 6. I should end up with 44. So there's my answer. Whoa. Let's go ahead and zoom out and see if I got the pizza slice going on here. Yeah, pretty close, right? That's a pretty long piece of pizza. I hope that if it's Friday, if you're watching this video on Friday, I hope you get to go home tonight and have a piece of pizza that looks like this, because that looks really delicious right now. That looks awesome. I would love that piece of pizza right now. All right, so now that we're done, just like we've done on some of our other stuff today, go back to your topic A, B, C reflection. I want to see 2 things you did well. Well, I guess let's start with this. 2 things you can improve on in your knowledge. What's 2 things you can improve on so you can be ready for the mid-module? And 2 things wow, it's been a long day. You did well. So 2 things you can improve, 2 things you did well, make them complete sentences, and good luck on your mid-module assessment next Monday.